Alrighty, folks. So we're gonna do a couple of things here before I jet off to a doctor's appointment. So this might be a little bit of a shorter video, but I just want to kind of slip it in before we head off. Um, we are finished up with filling this corner out. All gone, all done. Um, I did some measuring, and that processing plant for fuel is going to just barely fit in here, but we are definitely going to have to move this. I kind of wish this spur wasn't here. We could go a little higher, but this is going to be iron all the way down underneath. So I don't want to build on it at all anyway. So this is going to get yanked when we build that. Um, we're going to probably need room for more desalinization. What I'd like to do, what I'm going to do, is we're actually going to bring this out further, because eventually we will line this off right to that tip there, and we're going to square that off. So what I'm going to go ahead and do for now is I'm going to draw this out. Hopefully I don't think this will block the either of these docks. So we go out one more here. And if we do that and have them start filling that, that should be okay. Edit this. Right? And then that's going to give us the ability to kind of expand into here. And then we'll close that off. We'll move this forward. That's going to give us the room we're going to eventually need for our ore. Now, I'd like to, in addition to that, I'd like to start to fill this so that we can eventually squeeze this dock out. This dock's going to go away. We will make this farther this way, etc., because we're going to start working towards those islands. But we don't have that right now. What we need to do is kind of line off an area someplace else for this cargo dock to be. In addition to that, we are trying to bribe this settlement to give us better trading, because I want to start getting glass. So I'm waiting on construction parts. But the construction parts are kind of anything that's being made is getting sucked up over here. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to pause that. That way they go into the warehouse, and from the warehouse we can ship them to that town and get that taken care of. Okay? We don't need the reds right now, so we can pause it for a little bit. The other thing I think I'm going to do, well, I was thinking about increasing this production, but looks like we've got, that's not the problem. What the problem seems to be, well, other than speed, is electronics. So electronics seems to be being held up by copper. And the reason for that, near as I can figure, because it is producing, but the reason for that is a water issue. So we're gonna take care of the water issue. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a couple more rainwater harvesters into this, but I am not going to connect them directly into what we got going. We're gonna add a tank. We're gonna add a tank too. All right, and then and I'm only using pipe 1s for right now. I don't think we need pipe 2s. Yeah, unpause that. So, matter of fact, turn build off. We want to go here to here. Why did that go up like that? Oh, because this was, okay. Not a problem. So then that's going to give us some extra water to keep our copper going. This one that keeps popping up full is this over here, because it's got so much stone in it doesn't know what to do with it, and it's blocking this up. And then of course the other one is we've got a plethora of potatoes, which is fine. We are going to go ahead and go in here, and I think we're going to make another housing unit. Because when we get that one and then we get this one, we can put in a new market over here and start using more of our potatoes. We're going to have to move those belts to do it, but that's minor. All right, we're going to have to move the belts anyway. So let's put in another housing unit. We're leaving that square open because eventually we want to put a nice little park in there, kind of give us a bonus unity. So we got that going. Now the other thing I want to do, and I don't think we can do it because that's there, I think, yeah, these guys are being controlled by, where is the one that's controlling these guys? By this one, right? Like I say, I think we're going to start building across here and capturing this sand. Since we're going to flatten this out anyway, let's start looking at that. So go here and edit area. We're going to move this over, since we're trying to cut into that and flatten that. So now we're going to go here and we're going to draw straight across here as far as we can. And I think we're going to come to right there. And that should start to block this off. And then we can block over here and cut this off. And then eventually what we can do is we can take this sand, fill in the ocean here until the water is gone, and then pull all that sand out. I think that's how it works. I think even if you completely block this off, this is not going to drain until you fill it with something. So we'll just have to fill it, right? And it's not going to be much. It's not that deep. We'll just move the sand over here, fill it, and then take the sand back out. We'll have all that sand because we're going to need that sand for glass, because we now have the ability to make glass, which comes to my next point. We're going to put glass over here somewhere. Problem is, this is all hill, right? And this is where we're going to put it, somewhere in this area. So we need to get rid of this. I've got the tree guy working on clearing out the trees, but then we're going to need to get rid of this dirt. So we are going to build another mining tower over here. And we're going to set this guy for as much of this area as we can. Just to be able to control it. All right. I mean, we might as well have him set to do it. All right. And then we are going to have him that over further because we want to catch that. There. All right. Then we're going to have him flatten all of this. Let's look and see if there's anything in this. There's nothing in that. All right, cool. But we're going to have him flatten all of this first. So that we got more land to work with. We're not going to have him flatten where the trees are yet, because we want the trees out of there. Or we want to use the trees. But if we do that, right? And then that guy can start to dump wherever, which means he can start to fill in some of those other areas that we want filled in. That should do that, right? So that'll take care of starting to get that flattened. We might as well take it all the way down to there. All right. Give these guys plenty of stuff to work with there. Right? So then they should be able to maybe come and take care of some of this stuff too or something. I don't know. We'll see. Matter of fact, can we? No, that's all the further we can stretch that. Can we bring it down a little further? Nope, can't reach it. Oh well, I was thinking we'll bring this guy and help him, have him help work on this, but I guess not. I mean, we could add a section here to kind of close it off, right? We could do that. Where is 4? It's 2, that's 4. We could ramp this down. Right? From here to here. I guess what we'd have to do is ramp that up. Would be the way to do that. Right? We could ramp that up, and then these guys could bring from over there onto that, in theory. And that gives them another place to dump. Now we just need we'll do what? 2 diggers and 4 trucks. And then we need some more trucks, but we're soon to be working on, if we've not already gotten it. Yeah, we got large vehicles. We just need the glass to do the large vehicles. So we're not going to make any more trucks until, other than the ones we want to use for that, until we're ready to build the big trucks, which we can't do until we bribe these guys. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's wait on that. We'll wait on that because very soon we will have the 80 and we'll be able to bribe them and go buy glass and we'll be able to make some big ones. In the meantime, vehicle. Right? Now the thing with this is that's going to require the yellows. No, we're not gonna do it. It's gonna need yellows, and we don't have the yellows yet. We'll wait until after on that. We're gonna add to that soon. But I think, yeah, good. So that'll keep that working. I know, we're sorting blocked, blah, blah, blah. Nothing I can do about it. What we can do, though, is in preparation for putting in another town, or another section of city, we can cut this off. And let that run out of taters so that we can move this. We just let it all go into there. We'll let this one run out of potatoes, and then we can move this belt. All right. Yeah. Now this, where is the tower for that? That's the tower for that. That's the tower for that. Can we move this area down further? Nope, we are maxed out on that. That's okay, because it's still got a ways to fill anyway. What do we power? Why is power all of a sudden a problem? What is our issue with power? Coal. That's a #1 input there. Oh, because son of a biscuit eater. What are you guys doing over here? They're gathering rock. I don't want them to gather rock. All right, so there's a little bit of coal over there. So you guys are after that. Fine. But the problem is you dumbasses are over here filling this up. All right, let us get rid of that and get rid of that for now. We're getting rid of the edges here because there's not much coal. We want coal. And coal is there. We're starting to play out this coal here. We're gonna have to go looking downward soon. Come on, guys. Priority 2. I know you guys are working hard and you're out of trucks. But I really need you guys to bring me the pieces parts. So that we can get windshields or glass, so that we can make bigger trucks. And it's not like there's not construction parts here. There's 30 of them here. We need 80, and you got what, 20? So that would be 50. How about we get them over there, please? What are you doing? What are you doing? Get this filled up. Come on, we got 40. Okay. Because we need the glass. Because I want some bigger trucks. Because what we'll do is we'll put the bigger trucks to work in the mining operations, free up the little trucks, and then the little trucks can do all the delivery crap. So now we just need to get the get parts over here, guys. What do we got? We got 23, so you could bring another 20, that would be 60, and then 20 would be 80. All right, there we go. Send the ship to deliver it. Load crew. Right? And then I guess we got to go to the map. We got to go here. How do, okay, there. Get that taken care of, then we can unpause that and go back to doing what we were doing. Is the ship there yet? No, not yet. Come on, I want glass. Hurry up. Got it turned all the way up speed-wise. Because then we'll be able to bribe them for trade. Right? Now we've bribed them for trade. We have a 1. Now we can buy glass. All right. Ship delivered to cargo. Water recovery. Now, do we have the glass yet? Should be over here, shouldn't it? Yes, we got the glass. We just can't build it here. we have to do this, I do believe, to be able to build it. We gotta have the level 2 to be able to build the bigger trucks, right? Larger vehicles, vehicle depot 2. Yeah, okay. So we gotta have the level 2. And we only need, excuse me, 100. All right, we will pause this again temporarily so that all of the production goes into there so that we can get this raised so we can build the trucks to solve that issue. Meanwhile, let's get some more people in. And unload that crew. That's going to give us our working people that we need. Yeah. So as soon as this gets upgraded, we can build yellow trucks. We haven't, yeah. So where are we at? 30. We need 70 more. Everything else, I think, looks like it's going okay. We're about to do in the last of this mountain anyway. But we're moving along over here on this mountain. How are we doing over here with the coal now? Looks like we've got the coal straightened out. Yeah, we got the coal straightened out. Is that a 2 or a 1? We got to upgrade that puppy. We can't be affording to lose coal. All right, getting close. I can't unity it either. We can, however. Okay, we don't need to. I was going to say we can turn the priority back down on that. But we can turn this priority up. So what else do you need to build the big ones? So parts, steel, glass is going to give us parts 2. And then parts 2 is what we need for that. So we're going to have to be making vehicle parts 2. So let us, I guess, go ahead and do this. But we'll pause everything. And then we will unpause that so that we have something to build the parts to. and the parts one, I guess. Where are we making parts one right now? Are we making parts one? I don't know that we are. How are we getting away with... Maybe that's... I don't know. Oh, there it is. That's a factory for parts one. Alright, well, fine. We already built it. Alright, so we're going to build a bunch of trucks. So we got... What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 mining areas, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait, that's not... It's this that we wanted to build. Damn it. It's okay. It'll build it now. So let's unpause. Let's just go ahead and do it this way. Let's unpause this. So that can go into there. Let's unpause that. Screw it. Let's unpause that. And unpause that. That should be everything we need to build. Yep. So there we go. That's going to start to give us the pieces, parts we need. Where does this guy come out? Oh, he comes out there. And then we want to go there. And then this is all red parts, which we're not ready for yet. We might as well unpause that as well. All right, there we go. Now we're making the parts we need. Right? Right. Okay. What is this? Refugees. Hooray. Now, did we get this? Yeah, we got that emptied finally. The only thing we were still doing is the problem with the potatoes. All right, I think we got this solved now. Yeah, it's just waiting on the yellow parts, which once we get through this first initial batch of trucks, it'll start building up a supply. And what I'm going to do, I think, is for every one truck that I add to one of these, I'm going to get rid of 2 small trucks. Why are you going all the way around here when you can? I don't know, but we'll let you do it. Screw it. At least you're getting rid of the stuff. Yeah, fertilizer. And chemical plant and paper. All right, there we go. There's our first ones. We're gonna give this guy 1 and take away 2. All right, we still got 100 that we can take. Where are we at? 15, huh? All right, we can unpause this now, I think. You done it yet? And then we're going to want 1 of these, 2 of these, so that we can start working this area. There we go. So again, give him 1, take 2. And that's all you're getting for right now. right? Because that'll keep everybody busy. What do we got? Not enough maintenance. Why? Because you're not getting enough mechanical parts. Why are you not getting enough mechanical parts? Not enough iron. Why are we not getting enough iron? Not enough molten iron. It's just not fast enough to keep up. All right, let us boost that, boost that. And it will catch up eventually. Because what's happening is we're sucking this away for over here. But soon enough, this will be built and caught up, and then that will catch back up. Why are we losing people? Because we got vehicle pollution, air pollution, landfill, water pollution. We got to take care of our water pollution. But right now, we really can't. Hooray. Like our next trucks are going to go to coal. But I think you guys see where we're headed. We're trying to get trucks to add to these guys, and then we'll go from there. Now, when this fills up, and that one's full, and this one's full, our next ramp of trash is going to be here. And that's going to give us access to all of this valley. So that's our plan. And I'm telling you that in case these fill up off camera. Come on. Just need one more delivery of yellows. And here it comes. There it is. All right. Coal. One of these. Two of these. All right, we are going to pause this. Actually, we don't have to pause that. If we pause that, That's going to pause this coming into this. That'll let this build back up. So we're just going to have to juggle it for a little bit till the maintenance catches back up is all. But there's no sense in sitting here, watching that happen. So I think we're going to call it an episode, guys. And I'm just going to let this run and let that catch up and let those trucks get built. That's the only other thing I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to do much off camera. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab research real quick. We got trains research, so we can start looking at trying to do trains. What's copper refinement do? That's acid, which we don't have acid right now. Can we do anything else about our pollution? Because we did get some processing stuff and some desulfuring stuff. So we're going to work on that. We can do recycling. And then we can do cargo depot 2, conveyor belts. Growth boost, research and fit, water saver. Sure, we'll add it to the queue. Water recovery we got. Vehicle management just gives us more vehicles. We're not using our limit right now anyway. But we are at the point where we're almost to research lab 3, so we might as well grab. We're not going to use the compactor, but we might as well grab it. Long trains, grab it. Copper efficiency, grab it. We're not using it yet, because we don't have the acid. All right, that's all of it. We're just going to let it run through the research. More refugees. We're still got houses. We're going to bring them all in. We've got the potatoes, God knows. So we're going to bring in the rest of the refugees. We want these potatoes to go away anyway. All right, how are we doing? We're starting to catch back up on maintenance, I think. Yeah, we're starting to catch back up on maintenance. It's starting to go into production now. So we'll juggle back and forth with this until we get those trucks built, and then we'll with the maintenance. So we'll turn this back on, let it build another truck, and then vice versa. How are we doing on glass? We got 27 glass. We can buy some more glass now, I think. Yeah, we can buy some more glass until we can start making our own, which is going to be soon. I just kind of want to get this cleaned out first. I want to be all on level ground. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Alright guys, we're going to call it an episode, and I will talk at you later. Bye.